talking about homophobia and intolerance, this reminded me that I teach a little bit about homophobia and intolerance, and I used to work for a dating app called Romeo. And when I worked there was somebody on the team that was homophobic. And we found that really interesting, that they would choose to work for a queer dating app when they didn't like anyone else working there. They went into that role knowing that they would hate all of their colleagues, right? And we thought that was a little bit strange. And so I had a chat with that person, and they told me that as gay people, we want too much. We don't need pride because we have marriage and we have adoption. We've got it all. We've got it so good in Amsterdam, we shouldn't have pride. And so I turned to this person who had worked in the company for 8 years. Clutch your pearls. And I said, how many days of your life have you lived as a gay or a queer person? And their bones moved and their spine straightened, and I could see this like in their brain that they're not gay. And they don't know what it means to be gay or to be queer or to live in Amsterdam, right? And so no, never. I've never been gay, but you have it all. You're fine, okay? And so I launch into this explanation that when you're in a taxi cab, the taxi driver might ask you if you're seeing anyone. Or they might say, do you like women? If they look in the mirror and they see me. Or they might say, are you married? And as a queer person, I immediately think, oh, am I now going to come out to a stranger in a taxi cab in this situation? And if I come out, what is the next step, right? Are they going to accept me? Or are they going to reject me, all right? And so this part of my brain says, oh, just lie, just lie, just lie. Just say you have a girlfriend, say you have a girlfriend, say you have a wife, it's fine, right? You're old enough, they'll believe you, right? And this side of my brain... This side of my brain says, no. Tell them that you're gay. Come out, love yourself. Don't have a microaggression. Don't hurt yourself anymore. And this part in the middle of my brain is saying, be ambiguous. Just say, I'm not seeing anyone right now. And so I turn around to my homophobic colleague and I say, so how many times a day do you have an internal struggle with how much of you can be today? How many times a day do you battle in your brain whether or not it's safe just to tell someone that you are or not seeing a man, right? And he looks at me and goes, is that it? Big deal, just lie. Just tell them that you have a wife. And so I get up for the table and I say, it was really nice to meet you. I don't think it's easy to be gay. I think actually it's quite hard. Enjoy your lunch. And I went to my table and I wrote a blog post for Romeo called Dear Straight People. And I list all these different things about homophobia, and it's become a lecture that I teach to corporate gigs about where I've turned this moment of intolerance and hatred into money for me. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful.